Welcome to Cooking with LaTrey Sorelli, hosted today by my sister Gracie, my other sister Jo, and Bibi. Thank you again for joining us. We're making a totally new recipe for you today. Something easy, not Italian, because we've been giving you a lot of Italian, because of course we are Italian. But it's a chicken and guacamole tostada. They're super easy, and we think you're going to love them. I can't remember who discovered this recipe first, but we discovered it. And
we love it. It's so colorful, it's healthy, it smells great, and everyone we've served it to seems to like it. What about the Irish guy who came over?
I have to tell you guys a story. In fact, it was one of our sponsors on north2north.com, Bob Flood. It was so cute. I served him this for lunch. And Gracie, you won't believe this. So he's just about to eat, and he takes his phone out, and he takes a picture of the food, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Because my wife's not going to believe I ate this." He says, "But I am going to eat it. I've never eaten anything like this before." And I almost felt bad, but then he said he loved it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it was just something totally different. She's been trying to get him to try for years, and he never did. So he finally did.
Oh.
So, and we have actually two versions, just because, to be honest with you, you can make it on a flat tostada, which we have, but we also made them on the stand and stuff.
Yeah, they're right here, and they're great because they stand up on your plate and they don't break real easily. So they hold together nicely.
Yes.
And if you're serving
Easier
people
to
for
eat,
lunch, yes,
probably.
exactly.
Exactly, Gracie. That's what I thought, because those are great, but I don't even know how to eat those
Yeah,
properly.
that's a little awkward.
Of course, when you pick this up and it's dripping all over, but that's okay too. Okay, so we're going to get started. First, we're going to show you how to core, sort of. I guess, do you call it core? An avocado?
Open.
I don't know. Open? I'm not really sure.
Whatever.
But there's a certain little technique. It's very simple, but we'll show you just so you know how to do it. So what I like to do is I just cut it all the way around, all right? Then just like a slight slit all the way around the middle. Then you just take each half one and just give it a slight twist. Comes right apart. And then you can take the core out that's in the center, just toss that and you're all set. You can take a spoon, and it comes out so smoothly and evenly. Of course, if it's not ripe, it won't come out quite as easily. So you do want to try to use one that's a little bit ripe.
Right.
Right, and you don't have to throw the pit away, You can make a little plant.
Oh, tell us about
a little
that, Jo.
craft project for the kids.
I did that once, like about 40 years
work?
ago.
Did yours work? I've tried it twice recently.
I don't think it worked.
I haven't got
But
it
it
to
felt
root.
good.
Well,
It felt good
I
doing it.
tried,
Okay. All right, so next we're going to mash the avocado, okay? And like I said, this way it's best if it's ripe. If it's not, it doesn't mash as well. So you're going to just mash this up really nicely. And Jo, why don't you go ahead
Yes, you're going to put
and add
2 tablespoons of chopped tomatoes. And again, these tomatoes, use whatever you have at home. If you have the grape tomatoes or plum tomatoes, or if it's lucky enough to be summertime and you've got tomatoes in your yard,
Homegrown.
use those. Those are always good. And then you add 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice that we squeezed earlier. And the lime juice really helps keep the avocado from turning brown, and also it gives it a really nice flavor. So if
that's
you like
wonderful.
it, you can also add extra.
The next thing is Gracie's favorite. You love, don't you, Gracie?
Cilantro? Oh, yeah, that's
Add
my
the cilantro
favorite. I love cilantro.
Load it up with some cilantro.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. So you can put that
I never
in
used
it.
to like that. I've only developed a taste for it
You can put
recently.
that all
Really?
in. It's fine. Yeah.
But I do like
love
it.
cilantro.
I've never been successful
Oh my
growing
God,
it in
doesn't
the
it
yard.
smell good? Oh my God, it smells. That's one of the things I like when you use stuff that's fresh like this. It smells so fresh. It's like so enticing. Like you can't wait to eat this when you're making
Right.
it.
Oh,
And then the last
love
thing
it.
is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
All right.
All right, great. So we're just going to mix this all up.
Looks
And then
good
once
already.
you're done, we're just going to mix this. This is one of the first steps. And you can just put this on the side. You can see how simple that was. It was really,
It's really labor intensive,
yeah,
wasn't it?
really, really easy.
This
Okay?
is so easy.
Okay, great. So that we're just going to put that on the side
Okay.
first. Okay, the next part is sort of the topping that's like a tomato cilantro
It's
salsa.
the tomatoes that you see on the top of them.
Okay.
right there.
All right. So, Grace, you go ahead. We start with the cup of chopped tomato. Okay. Just put that in there. I think I used plum tomatoes for this today. Yeah. And then we're going to add a couple tablespoons of chopped onion. Okay. You can add that in there. Now, we also add a little more cilantro here just because we love cilantro again. And we just added that in just for extra flavor. Okay.
Here, Grace, there you go.
It's right there. Okay. And then this is the thing that we were having a hard time with, Jo. What were you doing when you were chopping the jalapeno?
Coughing.
Oh,
all right, now
my.
this recipe only calls...
You put on gloves, right?
Yes, I think I did.
Okay,
Okay,
'cause
but
you
know
have
what?
to have
And
gloves
don't
on.
touch your face or eyes because you will
Oh.
be sorry.
Yes.
Or go to the bathroom.
Oh, Jo, you had to go there, didn't you?
I
Oh dear.
Well, this recipe only calls for a tablespoon of finely chopped jalapeno, but we've used a whole jalapeno pepper, so it gets a little zesty. And again, if your family doesn't like this, or if you're serving it to kids, you might want to adjust that down,
yeah, I don't
or
think
omit
kids,
completely.
Most kids don't want the jalapeno.
They don't like that
unfortunately.
spice.
Right,
It's a little too
exactly.
intense, but it tastes good.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah. All right, and then we need the half a teaspoon of salt here. Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Okay. And then again, more lime juice.
Right. Go ahead. Add some
do
lime.
Love that lime juice.
Where's the garlic on that?
You know what? That was in the avocado.
Oh,
You
okay.
can add it.
All right. Okay. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we need
Want me
that.
one?
But no, we need that for the chicken stuff. Joe,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't add any
Don't
more.
get a little heavy-handed there.
Okay, doesn't that look
Yeah,
great?
oh, that looks
Look how
wonderful.
beautiful that is.
This looks
it's
just
so colorful.
wonderful.
I'll tell you the truth, you could just eat this plain and you'd love it.
Oh,
okay.
I'm feeling on my throat a little bit of jalapeno.
It's waking you up?
Yeah, a little bit. I can feel it.
It's a good
Okay.
thing. Here we go.
That's
And then
Wow.
now we've got the chicken. Now, what's nice about this, you can use like rotisserie chicken from the store, make it really simple and just shredded. We actually took some, we marinated some in a little bit of oil and some seasonings, some fresh basil, and then we shredded it. We cooked it on the grill and then we shredded it. But you can use any kind of cooked
Yes.
chicken that you have, leftover chicken, whatever you have is fine. We're gonna take this chicken, we're gonna add some paprika. Hey, Grace, you want to add that? Mm-hmm. And again, I add a little more paprika because I just think it gives it a lot of flavor. It really does. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to add, you can add all that, okay? And then add
And then the last
lime
of
juice.
our lime juice here.
Right. Okay.
And that was like 2 tablespoons again of fresh lime juice.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it.
this was
And
about
now-
1 lime, right? That we used, or was it more? Was it 2?
It's probably maybe almost 1.5. Because I did, I actually did 3 limes for everything I was doing earlier today. Okay, so you just mix this all up, and you can see sort of how the chicken takes a little bit of almost like a nice color to it. It looks really appealing.
That paprika really
Like I
gives
said, you
color.
guys, this is so simple, you're just going to die. And then, of course, when you eat it, you're going to really love it. All right, so we're all done with all of our prep. Now we have to do is just assemble the
Put
tacos.
it all together.
And
or
that's
the
the fun part.
tostadas.
And you could make people do their own if you wanted to. Then they could load up on the things that are
The one
that they
thing, though,
like.
you know what I noticed? One time I did it, I put everything on. To me, the best way to do it is put the guacamole first. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because everything sort of sticks to it
Yeah.
in place and,
And
it doesn't fall off.
over.
You know, when you
Right.
put it on the guacamole on top, it's almost like glue in a
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Now, one thing too, we usually do heat the shells
Right.
for about 7 or 8 minutes. They get a nice they're warm and a little bit crispier, and they have a really nice flavor to them.
Brings out the flavor a little bit.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Were
so
you
we'll
going to
put-
add garlic or?
Well, actually, yes. You know what? I
What do you-
forgot to add the garlic in the beginning. I don't know how I missed it. We're talking. Just add a
No,
little
there it
bit,
goes.
a little fresh garlic
Okay.
to this. And
All
Joe,
right.
would you mix that
Sure.
up a little bit? See, everybody makes mistakes, and it's okay. I'll never forget. My favorite was when I frosted a cake, and I used a lot of frosting just to hold it all together. And it looked great, and it tasted great. Who cares, right?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
all the people eating it, nobody complained, so it was okay. So we
right.
can just put this in 1st, okay? Just layer in the bottom. It's like a little.
Oh, that looks so good. I
That
love.
look good. I know Gracie can't wait to take a bite of this.
I love
right,
all
Grace?
of this stuff. I just love it.
And if you want to use a little bit more,
It
you
feels like
can.
a summertime dish, doesn't it?
It's really satisfying.
I have my grandkids assemble their own tacos, and
That's good.
They just love it.
I like that. Okay.
They love
and
it.
now I should have my tongs here. I don't. We'll put a little bit of chicken in here, guys, like this. Okay. And again, it's all up to your taste. If you want a little more, a little less, do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. And
And
Joe?
then we top it off with the tomatoes.
Oh, that looks so good.
It is really delicious.
Oh, isn't that pretty? Now, I like.
And look, there's no cheese on this or anything, or sour cream.
And there's really no
it's-
cooking, really.
Yeah.
even. I mean, this is how it made, and it's really. I'll tell you, I think the calories for this were like 350 calories for 2 of these, which to me is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's with the shell and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
And then, of course, we like to use a little bit of the green salsa, or because it's already got a tomato. But if you don't like that, you don't have to put that on there. That's a little bit spicy, and a little hot, and we usually try that.
right, but I think they do have a mild version if somebody really.
Oh,
wants
do
to.
they?
Yeah.
Okay. I usually like the hot stuff. So
Okay, Gracie, it's your turn.
we're gonna pour some.
Oh.
Now this.
Tell
okay.
them what you selected.
Ordinarily, you could do margaritas if margaritas are your drink of choice.
Never a bad thing.
No, but they're kind of a summertime drink. So the other day I was trying to figure out a wine that we could serve with these. And I went over to Cooper's Hawk and I forced myself to taste some wine. and they had sangria red and a sangria white. And I thought the red, usually I like white wines better, but we thought the red would work a little bit better with the dish that we're serving today. But again, if you want a margarita, or if you want a nice cold Corona, help yourself.
Oh, I'm so glad your Gracie's pouring. She always is very, very fair. Very fair with the amount. I always appreciate that. Well, that looks really pretty in there. I don't know how it tastes, but it looks good.
And again, if with
beautiful.
sangria, if you want to put fruit on the top of it, a lot of times they serve it with either an orange
That's a
slice
great
or
idea.
Yes, so I just thought it would be fun to do
We
something
should probably
different.
do a bite of the food first.
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
Okay, Gracie,
Gracie,
go.
I
you go
want
first.
You go
I
ahead,
want a
since
bite
you've been-
because I've been eyeballing these for a long time.
Okay, you go first.
Oh, my goodness.
And it'll make the mess all over you, and then we won't feel so
Oh,
bad.
that's what you want. You want
That's my plan.
on my white top. You want me to get the.
Okay. Ooh. Got some nice.
Oh my.
How is it? Good?
Oh my.
Okay,
Is
Joe.
it too spicy for you?
Do you
No.
like spicy as much as
I-
we do?
I do.
Okay,
I
good. I
love
wasn't 100% certain.
I love
Okay.
it.
Okay, here.
Joe, go ahead. Yay.
Wow.
How is it? Good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You want delicious.
Of course. Are you
Shouldn't take-
kidding
oh,
me? There's no way I would.
It's good.
That is yummy.
Oh my.
I'll be finishing that later.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So good. And now?
I think we need a little toast, girls.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And as Mom always
us.
said, girls,
Cooking is a labor of love.
thank you again for joining us. And we're going to go and finish this right now, okay? See ya. And we also want to thank Columbus Vegetable Oils for being our sponsor of La Tre Sorelli. We welcome them and appreciate them very much. Thanks again.